The Dream Where I Died. It began on a Wednesday night. I was 34, a senior consultant at a corporate firm in Chicago. My life was a string of emails, deadlines, and carefully polished small talk. Outwardly, I had everything: a respectable salary, a condo with a lake view, even a fiancé who came from the right family. But something inside had been fraying for years. A tension, like a violin string pulled too tight, humming quietly beneath every moment. That night, I had a dream. In the dream, I was standing at the edge of a rooftop. It wasn't dramatic. No helicopters, no rain, just a gray skyline stretching forever. I looked down, then I stepped off. No fear, no pain, just falling. And then silence. But not the silence of death, the silence of everything finally stopping. When I woke, I felt strangely at peace, as if I had dropped something I didn't know I was carrying. The dreams returned the next night, and the night after that, different each time. Once, I drowned in a vast ocean. Once, I was hit by a train. Once, I simply stopped breathing. But the feeling was always the same, not terror, but release. During the day, I began to walk differently, talk differently. I noticed the way people rushed to fill silence, the way they checked their phones during conversations, the way I did the same, the way I pretended. One morning, I watched my reflection brushing his teeth and realized I didn't know who he was. Not really. I began writing down the dreams, not in fear, but in awe. They felt like messages from some forgotten part of myself, a voice beyond words. I didn't tell anyone. How could I explain that my nightmares brought me peace? That every time I died, I felt more alive the next day? 3 weeks in, something changed. In the dream, I was standing in a white room. No walls, no ceiling, just light. A figure stood in front of me, not male or female, not even human exactly, just presence. They said nothing, they only looked, and I understood everything, not through words, but knowing. I saw how I had spent my life trying to prove I was worthy. I saw the masks I wore, the overachiever, the funny guy, the good catch. I saw the fear beneath it all, that if I stopped trying, I would disappear. But here in the light, none of it mattered. I was already enough. The dream ended with a whisper. You don't need to die to be free. I cried when I woke up, not out of sadness, but out of relief. That was 6 months ago. I ended the engagement, not with drama, just clarity. I took a sabbatical from work and traveled alone for the first time in my life, not to escape, but to listen. I hiked through Peru, sat in silence in Kyoto, and spent hours watching the sunset in Lisbon. I started meditating, not to fix myself, but to meet myself. I no longer chase moments. I meet them fully. I still fear things, rejection, failure, the unknown. But the fear doesn't drive me now. It walks beside me. If you asked me who I am today, I'd say, I am not the man who died in those dreams. I am the one who woke up because of them. And waking up is its own kind of rebirth.